It's Monday, brothers, and we're back doing what we love to do over here. We're talking rumours, and this rumour video is potentially the biggest rumour video I've ever done. So strap yourself in, and of course, let's get waffling. Please remember that everything that I'm about to talk about is a rumour. Nothing is facts over here. We'll only know if it's true if Games Workshop announce it on one of their preview shows, Warhammer community, etc., etc. But for what it is, take rumours for what they are. Rumours are lies and not facts. Now, there's one rumour that has been lingering in the background for years upon years, even older than the Black Templar Ancient. Remember those good old days? And that is, of course, a plastic Warhound Titan. The Titans going plastic. This is a rumor now I've heard from multiple sources which are saying to me, they're whispering to me that a plastic Warhound is indeed happening, and it should be happening very, very soon. When I say very soon, is it going to be this edition? From what I've been whispered, that it should be within the next 12 months of this current cycle that we are. I don't know if that's going to fall into 10th or 11th at this point, but definitely the Warhound Titan is happening. The big thing about this is that they've upscaled all their tooling and stuff, and we're about to get some big things going plastic. And that first big thing is going to be that plastic Warhound Titan. We've been yapping about this now for years upon years. Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? There's been apparently a lot of design debates, how they're going to put it out in sprues, but finally, from what I've been whispered, it is happening, it is coming, it's fully designed, it's fully ready to go, and it will be happening hopefully sometime next year. I'm massively excited for it. As you can see in my background, I've got a massive knight armor. I would love to plonk a Warhound Titan in the middle of that and just watch it away with his massive Gatling cannons. The Warhound is probably one of the most iconic, if not the most iconic Titan that Warhammer has. Well, for me it is anyway. So to have that potentially go into plastic, I think that is a massive win for me and you. In terms of pricing and all that, because I know people are going to ask me that down below, I don't think it's going to cost what it costs right now over on Forge World. I think it's going to cost a lot less. In terms of what price, no idea. Maybe 200, 300. Am I being too kind with that pricing? I don't know. Tell me down below in the comment section. And I know another question I'm going to get, well, what about a plastic Thunderhawk, Valrak? Well, what I've heard is that this is basically the test bed now of this so-called plastic Thunderhawk phase. If the plastic Warhound turns out to be true, which I do believe it is, again, just because I believe doesn't mean that you should believe this. Now, if that does turn out to be true, then definitely Games Workshop are going to go down that road, and we will be getting a plastic Thunderhawk. I'm not going to say next year, the year after. It's probably going to be 3-5 years away if it all turns out to be good with a plastic Warhound Titan. But they're definitely on that road now to making some of these iconic vehicles that we love, that we want to put in our armies, into plastic rather than resin. And quickly before we move on from the Titan talk, let's talk about another Titan which is even bigger, which is supposed to be coming. So currently, I'm going to put the image in the background. We have the Warlord, which is more or less the biggest Titan that we have, but I'm hearing that the Warmaster Titan has been designed and is going to be coming to Warhammer. I say 40,000, probably going to be 30k more, but Warhammer 30,000, Warhammer 40,000, basically into the sci-fi setting of Warhammer. That Titan apparently is just in the design phase at this moment in time, but that officially is going to be the biggest Titan that they do so far once that comes to the shop. I have no idea what the price point on that's going to be. We all know how much the Warlord costs at this point, but apparently I am hearing the Warmaster Titan is in the works, and it's supposed to be absolutely bloody massive. I'm sure that Titanicus group that I always see on Facebook and stuff, I absolutely love a couple of them just roaming the battlefield, because it's just massive. It's massive and it's thick, just the way I like it. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I made a rumor video about a bunch of rumors, and I got a huge amount of questions, and I just want to try and answer them and also share some other rumors alongside of them. So first things first, a lot of people were asking me about the new Iron Warrior upgrade kit. Now, as far as I'm aware, it's just an Iron Warrior upgrade kit. I haven't heard any new characters being a part of that. A lot of people saying we're going to get a new HQ, a new named character model. I haven't heard anything like that at this moment in time. But what I always say to people, just because I haven't heard anything doesn't mean it's not happening. The only thing officially I heard for Chaos is that they're supposed to be getting a bunch of brand new upgrade kits. This is going to be like what the Night Lords got with their kill team that makes them really stand out on the battlefield, and one of the first ones is supposed to be the Iron Warriors. I have absolutely no idea what they're going to put in there. You know, if I'm guessing, helmets, chest pieces, power packs, maybe some type of, I don't know, leg pieces, arm. I don't really know. Like decals probably in there. Just an upgrade kit that just really shows off how cool that warband / Traitor Legion can actually be. And this is the same with Yarrick. I got a bunch of questions about Yarrick. Now, from what I've heard, it's just Yarrick returning as a model. The whole narrative, of course, is we're going back to Armageddon in 11th edition, and this potentially is the build-up to that narrative going forward. Now, I'm going to do a separate video on that this week, talking about my thoughts, my hopes, my wants for that new Armageddon war, what characters I like to see fight, what characters I like to see potentially die on Armageddon. But from one thing I've heard is that apparently there's not going to be any Steel Legion new models, which if that is true, then I think that is an absolute swing and a miss from Games Workshop. You can't bring back Yarrick, right, and not have the soldiers that Yarrick inspires. It's their planet. It's the Steel Legion's planet. That is their homeworld, Armageddon. So if Games Workshop doesn't give us any new Steel Legion models, then I personally think that is an absolute just loss from Games Workshop. We all want it. I know a lot of people say to me, but Valrak just paint up Krieg, you know, paint them up as Steel Legion. It just doesn't work like that, right? Steel Legion has a whole different vibe, a whole different look to their stuff. And I personally think the Steel Legion should have got a refresh over Krieg. Don't charge me with your entrenching tools, okay? That is just a fact that deep down we all have to accept, and we deep down know is true. Steel Legion is better than Krieg. One of the biggest questions I keep getting is, when are we going to get more reveals? Of course, I want more reveals. I love the reveal shows. We always do a great watch along. We always laugh, mostly cry on these things, but we're looking forward to the next one. The rumor is that there's supposed to be one in November at the Atlantic Narrative event, but that is just whispers. That is just talk at this moment in time. There's nothing in concrete about that, but there's so many rumors. There's so many releases potentially out there still to come, like the new Cataphractic Terminator scale, okay? There's apparently new Abaddon going to be coming out for Warhammer 30,000, not 40,000, Warhammer 30,000. You know, there's apparently new sister models, Knights, Imperial Guard stuff, Chaos Bikers, multi-part Outriders, new Land Speeders for Space Marines, right? Dark Angel refresh, Exodites. There's so much bloody stuff to talk about in the Rumourverse, which of course we'll go into in their own little videos. One thing I do keep getting asked about is, where is the plastic custody stuff? I keep being told that the plastic custody stuff is potentially going to be big. Very, very big. One thing I have heard, by the way, and I don't know how true this is, so please take this with copious amounts of salt, is that with the plastic Cataphractic Terminator stuff, they're looking to do that as an actual box set release. I have no idea how big that box set will be, but a big, thick, big box set of Cataphractic and some cool looking new Cataphractic HQs in there as well. Again, that's what I've heard. I don't know how true that is. Take it with copious amounts of salt, of course, as you always have to do from the whispers of the warp. But here we go. Big rumor video today. Plastic Warhound. That's the big one. That's the start of the show. Walking onto the battlefield and in everyone in front of it. Do you like it? Do you hate it? If it was at a reasonable price, let's say, what, £300? Is that too much? Would you go and buy a plastic Warhound Titan? Let me know down below. I'm going to have a nice little chin wag down there, as we always do. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, as always. If you've got any thoughts, questions, anything like that, post it down below, and I'll do my best to try and answer them either in the comments or in the video next week. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, evening, night, way around the world. And bye-bye.